Hello and welcome to Che Yoga. Today we're going to move through a balance sequence to help create harmony in the body, balancing the right side, which is our masculine energy, to the left side, which is our feminine. It's important to remember that balance poses sometimes go really well and you feel grounded and very stable, and other times you may fall out a million times. So let's not be hard on ourselves. Let's not judge or criticize and just be in the practice, exploring whatever comes up with a gentle heart. So let's begin seated. Take some time to ground down into the floor. Rest the back of your hands on your knees and lightly touch the index finger to thumb. As you begin to ground your hips and legs into the floor, start to witness the difference or the stability in the right hip and sitting bone compared to the left hip and sitting bone. Notice the energy moving through the right side of your body and then the left. And as we become the witness of exploring how we feel in this moment, let us set the intention to create more balance in our lives from this moment on. For example, your intention may be, I am focusing on creating balance in my life. Or I am balanced in everything I do. Now start to witness the gentle rhythm of your breath, in and out of your nose. Feel the breath entering the right nostril. Exit the right nostril. Then shifting to the left nostril, inhale. Exhale. Now start to deepen your breath, breathing mindfully through both nostrils. Feeling your ribcage opening, your body expanding. And then release, exhale, soften and let go. Let's do that 3 more times. Breathe in. And slowly exhale. 2 more. Now on your next deep breath in, float both hands over your head. Turn your palms up to face the sky. We're going to tilt the body's weight over to the right side. And then inhale, center. Tilt the body's weight to the left side. And as you move back to the right, notice the sitting bones here. As you tilt, the left sitting bone may feel lighter. Back to middle, both sitting bones equal. And then to the left. Now as you come back into center, try and ground your sitting bones into the floor and keep them weighted evenly here. Then tilt over without lifting the left sitting bone. Yeah, good. Back to center. And then over to the left without the right lifting. So notice how that feels and how much limited space we have by keeping the hips grounded. 1 more time. And then back to center. Bring your hands to your heart in prayer. Take an inhale, stretch the arms wide, lifting up. Exhale back to center through the middle of your spine. Remember where your spine is. Inhale, rise up. Thumbs through the third eye, down the middle of your bridge of your nose, into the heart center. One more time, reach up. Exhale, thumbs to the heart. Good. So let's transfer from here onto hands and knees. Tabletop position. Tuck your toes under. And then stack your wrists right below your shoulders, your knees right below your hips. Spread your fingers as wide as you can go. And then really feel into the weight of your body on the right side and on the left side as you shift the shoulders forward beyond the wrists. Inhale. And take the hips beyond the knees to the heels. Exhale. One more time. As you come back to a neutral spine, wrists below the shoulders, start to circle the body's weight round. Feeling the right hand shift to the left hand, left knee to the right knee. Just moving that weight around as we start to really ground down into the foundations of our posture. When we're working on balance, a lot of emphasis comes to the foundation of the pose. Without a good foundation, as we know, many houses might crumble. Okay, and our yoga practice is very similar to this. Shift the direction the other way. Making sure that we continuously ground ourselves into our practice. Find that level of awareness in the present moment. Now from here on an inhale, lift the knees up. Lower the heels down towards the floor and start to just drop into a downward facing dog. As you arrive in the stillness, put your awareness on your hands, fingers, toes, feet. Just in the stillness to witness your body here and how it is feeling. Then start to integrate a little bit of movement, shifting from side to side, alternating heels to the ground. Perhaps moving your head, just listening to what your body needs to warm yourself up and prepare yourself for this practice. From there, come back through the center and look forwards. Come onto the balls of the feet as you ripple your spine forward to a plank, and then swish the hips back into downward dog. Onto the balls of the feet, pull the tummy in, wave the spine to plank, and then sweep your hips back to dog, dropping your heels down. Let's do that one more time. Ripple forward, inhale. Exhale, sweep back. Then look towards the hands as we step up to the top of the mat, grounding the toes in parallel with the heels as you fold the spine down. Big deep breath in to rise, reaching the fingertips above the head. Exhale, thumbs to the heart, reminding you where your center is. Stretch up, breathe in. Exhale, fold forward and dive over the legs. Lengthen up to halfway, breathe in. And then plant your hands to the floor and step back to plank. As you breathe out, come down to the knees. Hug your elbows to the sides, lowering the spine to the floor. And then inhale, extend your nose, chin, and chest up into cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, grounding your heels to the floor. Take a deep breath in. Let it all go. Exhale. 2 more breaths. Grounding yourself into the hands and the feet. Pressing down into the tips of your fingers. From here, look forward, step, walk, or hop to the top of the mat. And exhale over your legs. Breathe in to rise. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's do that a couple more times just to fully warm up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive forward. Breathe in, flat spine. Hands to the floor as you step back to plank. Lower down, chaturanga, hugging the knees to the floor. Cobra for the in-breath. Downward dog for the out-breath. Big deep breath in. And exhale. Gazing softly through your heels. Spreading the weight forward from the wrists to the knuckles, to the tips of your fingers. Inhale, look forward, step, walk or hop to the top of your mat. And exhale, fold over your legs. Breathe in to rise, stretching wide and tall. And exhale, thumbs to the heart. One more round, reach up, breathe in. Pull your tummy in, exhale, fold forward. Lengthen flat back, inhale. Hands to the floor, stepping back to plank. Lowering down through chaturanga. Inhale to cobra. Elbows hug into the sides. Exhale, sweep the hips, downward dog. Take a deep breath in here and observe your body, both on the right hand, right foot, versus the left hand, left foot. Spreading the weight evenly through each part of the surface of your hand. Then look forward to your hands and step up to the top of your mat. Fold softly over your legs, release the spine. Ground your feet and float your hands above your head. Exhale, thumbs to the heart. Good, let's take a moment in mountain pose just to pause, to check in and to ground down. Feel the weight sliding from the right side of your body through the foot into the earth. And then the left side of the body. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, bring your hands together in prayer, the thumbs at the heart, and shift the weight into your left foot. Spread the toes in that left foot. As you peel the right knee up off the ground, focus your eyes on a spot and draw your tummy in. No judgment and no criticism for your balance today. But as you ground down into that left leg, try and witness the whole surface of your foot pressing into the floor. Big toe, little toe, inside edge of the heel and outside edge. From there, we're going to lunge back with the right foot, stepping the right toes wide. Inhale, release the hands wide and bring them above the head. Now start to think about the feet to begin with, grounding the big toes and little toes into the floor. The front leg is bent, but the back heel is drawing away. And you want to find this sense of tone in your belly by pulling your tummy in. Tuck your tailbone under. Take your drishti to the sky to challenge your balance. And when you get a little wobbly or you feel a little bit uneven, just think grounding down, right leg, left leg. Breathe in. As you exhale, right hand comes underneath the shoulder, breathe out. Breathe in, peel open with the left hand, rotating the left hand to the sky. Then drop that left hip down so that we're trying to keep the parallelness of the hips, but rotating from the middle of your spine. Inhale here and exhale. Now from here, we're going to peel off the right hand, bring the right palm next to the left palm as you gather the palms together in your lunge twist. Perhaps challenging your balance by looking along the left elbow. Well done. Deep inhale. Come back to center. Palms to the floor. We're going to step back to plank. Hold your plank there. Inhale. Pull your tummy in. Exhale. Slowly come down through the knees on chaturanga for the exhale. Inhale, peel the heart and head up for cobra. Downward facing dog. Left leg rises up. Inhale. Bring that left foot forward into the middle of your mat. Exhale. Hands come to your heart in prayer. Focus your eyes on a spot. And then from here, we're going to lift the right leg up off the ground. Coming into a warrior three. The drishti of the eyes is looking down to the floor. The right heel is pressing away from the hip. And as you lift up your tummy, think about drawing the crown of your head forward. One more deep breath in. And exhale out. Now release your left hand towards the floor. Take your right hand onto your hip. Don't worry if you have to put your right toes down because you're having a bit of a wobbly day. Okay? Remember, your practice is exactly as it should be. Now think about starting to peel that right hip up on top of the left hip. Perhaps the left fingertips will go down to the floor to help with your balance. And then your right hand is turning to face the right side of your mat as you open up into into half moon pose. Good, deep breath in. And then slowly bring the right foot to the floor, hands to the ground, and step back to plank. Take that vinyasa once more. Inhale to cobra. Downward facing dog, exhale. One last balance on that left foot. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Feel free and in your downward dog to pedal those heels out. To really release the legs. Any tension in that left leg you need, let it go. And then look to the hands and step up. Top of the mat. Forward fold as you exhale. Take an extra breath here. Inhale. Ground your feet into the floor. Exhale. Then roll up slowly. Breathe in. Reach the hands overhead. And thumbs to the heart. Now shift the weight back into your left foot as you inhale the right leg up. Focus your eyes. Pull in your tummy. Turn your right knee out to the side and plant the foot onto your calf, just below your knee. Now, take a big stretch up. Inhale, gaze goes to the roof. Index finger to thumb, make a little loop with the fingers and spread your fingers, the other fingers away. Drop your right hip down just a little. And through those wobbles, we are being kind to ourselves. There is no expectation in a balance class other than you being aware of when you're being hard on yourself and letting it go. Slowly bring your hands back to your heart. Release your right foot to the floor. Big stretch up. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart. Now we're shifting into the right foot now. Start to peel the left foot off the mat. We're going to just ground down into that right foot. Get used to being on the right leg. Focus your eyes on a spot. Deep breath in. And then step back. Nice big wide lunge. Exhale. Breathe in. Float the hands over your head. Sinking those hips down to a comfortable position in your body. Grounding into all the toes on the right side and on the left side. Embracing the wobbles. You know, the wobbles teach us in life that life isn't always easy. Sometimes we go off track and things get a little tough. But the great thing about our yoga practice is that it is teaching us to be strong and also to be flexible. Not only in our physical body, but in our lives as well. Now, very slowly, you're going to hinge forward, take the left hand, exhale, plant the palm to the floor under the shoulder. Big stretch open with the right hand as you reach up. Keep that right hip pointing down towards the floor. So we don't want to move the hip. We want to keep the right hip parallel to the mat. Big deep breath in. Exhale fully. Now from here, we're going to come onto the fingertips of that left hand. Bringing the hands to prayer in that rotation. Think about your waist from where your belly button is. That is where we're rotating the spine from. Inhale and exhale. Turn to the top of the mat. Inhale, hands to the floor. Step your foot back to plank and exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale to your cobra. Lift your heart and head. Exhale, downward facing dog. Using downward dog as that pause pose to really witness what's going on in your body. And from here, right foot's going to rise all the way up. Step the right foot into the middle of your mat and spread your foot wide. Bring your hands to your heart as you breathe in. Focus your eyes on a spot and then slowly start to float that left heel up. Grounding down as best you can. And remember, you can put your toe on the floor here. As long as all the weight is in that right leg, we are working on our balance. Deep inhale and exhale. Well done. Hands to the floor. Inhale. Step back to plank and lower. Exhale. Cobra for an in-breath. Lift the heart and head. Exhale, downward dog. Breathe slowly and mindfully. Just allowing your practice to be as it is today. Softening the mind's thoughts. Bringing the awareness just to the breath. Visualize how it would be to be in balance in your whole life. Then inhale, look to the hands and step up to the top of the mat. Exhale, soften your spine and fold the head down. Grounding your feet as you rise. Inhale, hands overhead. Palms to the heart, exhale. We're going to shift the weight back into the right foot now and float the left knee up. Turn the knee out to the side and plant your foot on the calf. Keep your tummy engaged, keep your eyes focused, and then briefly take the look or the gaze or the drishti up to the sky. Index finger to thumb. Rooting yourself into the tree pose. Grounding into the big toe, little toe, and the heel. One more inhale. And slowly bring your hands down. Exhale, release your foot to the floor. Shifting the weight into both feet as you float all the way up. Inhale. Hands to the heart. Exhale. Now step your left foot to the long edge of your mat and turn your toes into parallel. I always like to use the edge of the mat to know that our hips are in complete alignment here. Inhale the arms above your head. Index finger to thumb. And then exhale, fold over halfway. Breathe in and reach the fingertips forward. And then exhale, take your hands back and reach your tailbone back. Inhale forward, pull up the tummy. Exhale, take it back. Two more. Last one, inhale. And exhale, hands go back. Reach the arms all the way up. Inhale. And then hands come down as you exhale. We're going to turn to the top of the mat. Inhale. Floating up onto that right leg as you exhale. Then straight into that half moon pose as the right hand goes down under the shoulder. The left hand comes to the hip. Start to think about the left hip stacking on top of the right hip. And remember, the fingertips can be on the floor if you need them there. The idea is here, though, is that that left hand is right up over the shoulder. The gaze is to the left. And then the hand comes into hover for half moon pose. And then every time we might need to come out, we do, without any judgment. Well done. Bring your left hand back to the floor. Take both hands to the mat, step back to plank, and then lower down through chaturanga. Cobra for an inhale, and downward dog for an exhale. Take a full deep breath in, and just simply let it all go. Breathe in and breathe out. Gaze to your hands, bend your knees. Step, walk or hop your heels in and your toes out for Malasana. And then exhale, sink down into those heels. Breathe in, take your hands above your head. Exhale, hands behind your back. And then rise back up, breathe in, turn the palms inward. Exhale, take the palms outward as you lower the fingers down. One more. This time, bring your hands together in prayer at the center of your chest, lengthening out of the crown of your head. Inhale. Exhale. Palms to the floor as you lift the hips. Inhale. Turn your toes into parallel for a fold. Exhale. And then rise all the way up to stand. Big breath in, palms to prayer. Exhale, thumbs to the heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands together in prayer. Inhale, shift the weight into the left foot. Exhale there. And then rise the right knee up, breathe in. Step back to a lunge as you breathe out. Breathe in, reach the arms all the way over your shoulders, turn your palms inward. And then exhale, forward fold, right hand under shoulder. Inhale, left arm opens up to the sky. Exhale, left hand to the floor. Inhale, raise the arms all the way back over shoulders. Palms to prayer as you exhale, twist to the left. Sink the hips down, inhale. And exhale. Come back to center, breathe in. And then forward onto the left foot for warrior three. As you breathe out, transfer the weight. Inhale, right leg rises away from the floor. Exhale there. One more breath. Then drop your left hand towards the floor, right hand to the hip. Half moon pose here as you breathe in, breathe out. Slowly lower those right toes to the floor. Turn the feet into parallels. You inhale, raise your arms up. Then forward fold, exhale all the way down. Deep breath in. Let it go, exhale. Soften your knees to rise. Breathe in, float the arms overhead. Hands together in prayer, exhale. Pivot to the top of the mat with your left leg forward. And then hinge onto that left foot as you rise the right knee up. Inhale. Knee out to the side, exhale for tree pose. Now you can put your foot anywhere you like on your inner thigh, either into the groin, below the knee, or even on the floor next to your foot. One more breath in. And exhale. Big deep breath in as you reach your arms up. Exhale, put the right foot back to the floor, mountain pose. Inhale, reach the arms all the way over your head. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, shift into the right foot, lifting the left knee up. Exhale, step the left foot back into your runner's lunge. Breathe in, raise the arms all the way over your shoulders. Exhale, hinge forward, planting the left hand under the shoulder. Inhale, right arm opens up to the twist. Exhale, right hand comes back down. Inhale, float all the way back to runner's lunge. Exhale, hands to prayer, turning to the right side. Inhale, exhale, pause there. Grounding right leg and left leg to the floor. Come back to center, inhale. Hinge the body's weight onto the right foot as you exhale. Floating that left heel away from the hip into warrior three. Breathe in, pull your tummy in. Breathe out. Then drop your right hand towards the floor, peeling that left hip open. On top of the right hip, as the left hand goes up, the right hand comes down into your half moon pose. Then lower the left toes to the long edge of the mat, turning the body side on. Heels are going to turn in, toes are going to turn out as you inhale, arms up. And then drop your tailbone straight down, exhale, elbows wide. Index finger to thumb for the goddess pose. Check your toes and knees are pointing in the same direction. Breathe in. Exhale. Now lift your left heel off the ground and notice how this feels. And then lower it down. Right heel off the ground. Keep your tummy engaged. Lower it down. Both heels come off the ground. Finding that level of balance within your body. Be careful not to stick your bottom out. So you're tucking your tailbone under just a little. Pulling your belly in nice and tight. One more breath. Embracing all the wobbles because they're normal, right? Wobbles are good. And then lower the heels back down. Take another drop into the hips. Inhale. Exhale here. And then big deep breath in as you rise. Pivot to the top of the mat with your right foot forward, hands to your heart. Shift the weight into the right foot as you lift the left knee. Inhale. Left knee out to the side. Exhale. Wherever you put your foot, on the inside of that right leg, on the other side, do it again here. Inner thigh or groins, below the knee and the calf, or perhaps on the floor next to the ankle. One more last breath in. Let it go. Then breathe in, release your arms over your head, take the foot off your leg, plant the left foot to the floor, and exhale, hands to heart. Standing tall in your mountain pose. Feeling into that sense of stability and strength. Know in this moment that you have the courage and the strength to create a life full of balance. Inhale your arms up and forward fold as you exhale. Come up halfway, inhale. And then turn to the long edge of your mat as you exhale. You're going to bring your hands to the floor, so bend your knees and bring your heels closer together. And then we're going to wiggle our feet close as we can get them with the toes turned out and the knees turned out. And if you can get your ball of your foot under the big toe to touch and the heel to touch, then that's great. Okay, if you can't, don't worry. It doesn't matter. Now, option one is to have your fingers on the floor here. Okay, roll your shoulders back, pull your tummy in. Option two is to focus your eyes on the spot. Keep your balance nice and steady. Good, breathe. One more. Don't worry if you fall out and put your hand down, okay? Please do not judge or criticize yourself here. It's not about perfection, it's about showing up. Hands to the floor. We're going to come down onto our knees and then rest in a child's pose. Take your hips to your heels. Bow your forehead to the ground. And then reach your hands forward over your head. Bring your hands to prayer. Bend your elbows and tuck your thumbs behind your neck. Give yourself this time to fully relax back into the mat. Catch your breath. Release and let go. And then slowly, when you're ready, rise back up onto the hands. Move your feet out of the way to one side and come to sit down on your bottom. You're going to scoot your hips forward so that when your legs are straight, your heels are a couple of inches away from the edge of the mat. Make sure there is nothing behind your back that you can roll into accidentally, okay? And then from here, we're going to bring our feet closer to our hips. You're going to reach inside the legs and take hold of your feet. Option one is to hold onto the back of your knees and find a balanced pose here, okay? Option two is to grab your feet, to lean yourself back a little and start sending your feet forward. The knees can stay bent. We are balancing on our bottoms here, okay? Be mindful that you are drawing your shoulders into the upper back. So we're keeping the spine nice and straight. If you can lengthen and straighten your legs, great. If you can't, don't worry, you keep them bent. But the key here is to engage your belly and to keep your eyes fixed on a spot. Breathe in, shine your heart forward. Breathe out. 2 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. Then very slowly, when you're ready, bring the soles of your feet together, landing your feet onto the mat. Inhale, lift up out of the spine, pull the navel back. And then exhale, gently fold your heart and head forwards, walking the hands to a degree that feels comfortable for your inner thighs. Spread your fingers wide. Allowing your awareness to soften any areas of your body that need softening. Allowing that balance within your mind and your body between effort and ease. A lot of our yoga practice teaches us about this beautiful dance between 2 polarities in our lives. We're trying to cultivate that sense of balance, the balance between love on one hand and fear on the other, between the light in our lives versus the dark, the strength in our bodies and mind versus the flexibility. Everything is geared up to harmonize these 2 polarities and to create that sense of balance within our life. When you are ready, very slowly begin to rise up. Take your hands around your knees and bring them together. You lengthen your legs long as we slowly roll down to lay on our backs. Bring the knees into your chest. Hold on to your shins and then gently rock the body's weight from side to side. Feeling into the sensation in the back, in your hips. It is really important to remind yourself that you have the power and the courage to create balance in your life. The ultimate yogi's goal is to find that sense of inner peace that is undisturbed and unaffected by anything in the outside world. The more you show up on your mat, the more you are going to recognize this balance that you are creating. When you are ready, take your knees over to the left side of your mat. Hold on to the right knee and then stretch the right arm back towards the floor, gazing softly over that elbow. Take a full deep breath in. And as you exhale, fully let go into the floor. Fully surrender into this present moment. From there, bring your heels to your hips and slowly roll back to center, allowing the knees to fall gently to the right side of your mat, taking the right hand onto that left knee. The left hand begins to stretch away, lengthening through the arm as you breathe in and let go. Then slowly and mindfully come back to center. Plant your feet onto the floor, lift your hips up, realign your spine, and then lengthen your heels away from your hips, turning your toes out to the sides. Stretch your palms away from your shoulders. with the palms facing up towards the sky. Bow the index finger to the base of your thumb and rest the thumb on top of the finger. In this mudra that symbolizes a willing to release the ego to a higher power. Draw your shoulders down away from your ears and gently close down your eyes. Start to witness the sensation you feel in your body, from your right heel into your left, from your left hip into your right, from your right hip to your right shoulder, from the right shoulder to the left shoulder, right back of the hand, left back of the hand. Feel the weight in the back of your head. And start to visualize a flow of energy. A flow of energy coming into your body from the center of your chest. See that energy as it starts to swirl around and around, expanding and filling your whole body up. Know that this energy you are drawing in is universal energy of love and light. That it will take form in whichever support you might need in your life right now. That it will heal and rejuvenate your physical body. It will guide you to connection to your own inner wisdom. That it will leave you with a feeling of fullness, a renewed strength, amplified courage, and a deep sense of being here, grounded into your own life. Witness the energy filling up your whole body, so that you are now radiating from the tips of your toes to the crown of your head. Let us return to that sense of balance. Not only physical balance, but emotional and mental balance. Slowly and mindfully start to deepen your breathing. Gliding your awareness back into your body in the space in which you are lying. Gently start to move your fingers and toes. Go ahead and take a big stretch. Float your arms over your head and point your feet away. And then lovingly hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big loving squeeze. Rocking and massaging your lower back. Roll over to your right side. Take a pause here to feel into how you are. And then slowly come back into sitting. Bring your hands lovingly into prayer, that we may bow together to seal and honor this practice. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today.